Welcome to Homie House, everybody. And today we got our good friend T-masa.
What's up? How's it going?
T-masa played Marth last year, but we don't gotta talk about that. Mainly a Falco main, part of the Zoop Troop.
Yep.
Good
for the
friend.
Zoop Troop.
Yep. Reporting for the Zoop Troop. Good friend of mine. Glad to have you.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh yeah.
Got to make sure to highlight your feud with Ray.
Actually, that's why we got you on. We need to hear about the Zen and double blunt addiction.
All right, I'm just gonna set everything straight right from the get go. Everything Ray said about me was not true. that entire podcast was fraudulent.
It's 100% true.
Yeah, he can attest for me. Yeah,
He doesn't fuck with the Zens, is what he's trying to say.
that's right.
Oh, so besides like playing Melee and stuff, another thing we always had in common was we collect records, we go to shows, stuff like that. Or at least I used to when I was young.
Yeah.
Want to see anything cool lately?
Actually, I was at a show on Saturday, which is why I was not at Full Bloom.
Oh, okay.
I went to see Drain and Neck Deep in Columbus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that was a good show. I messed up my hand at one point in the pit somehow. It hurt after the fact. I don't know what happened. A guy punched me in the face at one point.
Got crowd killed.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it wasn't even during the heavy band too. So aside from that, it was a great show.
Did you have to drive there?
Yeah, I drove there, but I stayed the night.
Okay.
I had some friends go with me. We had a hotel room for the night.
Dope. Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Yeah,
I've heard really good things about Drain. How were they live?
awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, and the lead singer is such a down-to-earth dude. I met him. I was at the merch booth after the fact,
Oh, yeah?
and he walked up, and I talked to him for a little bit. He's a cool dude.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me, like I had to drive to Kokomo once, and I went and saw this show. I think it was Asking Alexandria. This was probably like 2010 or some shit like that. But I got kicked in the face in the pit. And then like I grew like a horn out of the top of my head, and like then I had to drive home, and I was like, I can't tell if like I'm seeing straight. That's why I asked that. I was like, I've been kicked in the face before and been like, wow, I don't know if I should be driving.
Sounds like you might have gotten a concussion, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I made it home. It's all good.
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was good, all things considered.
Yeah,
I've had a couple worse injuries. The show before I went to, I had to go to the medical center right at the end because I took a straight fist to the face, and I didn't realize what happened. I was bleeding.
Oh, man.
It was all good though. It was more funny than anything.
Yeah.
My friend saw me walking out, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, what happened?" I'm like, "I'm good, dude. Don't."
Crazy picture. Yeah.
Did they at least pat you on the back after punching you?
No, I don't think the guy knew he hit me.
Oh,
I don't even know who it was.
Yeah. When it happened to me, I was wearing a Taylor Swift shirt. Yeah, I was at like a metalcore show, so I'm not 100% convinced that it wasn't on purpose.
Oh, you might notice a common trend between people into metalcore and hardcore and stuff and Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah. We're a big crossover.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I went to the Eras tour, and it was like 99% women. There wasn't like barely any guys there, so
I believe it.
yeah, it was the most packed thing I've ever been in. Like packed crowd. It was like walking through the hallways was a night.
I bet. Good show though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good show.
Thanks.
That reminds me of going to, I think it was the second to last Warped Tour with Cubby, or Chris and his girlfriend Violet. That was a really good time. Got to see Counterparts for like the 800th time live.
Thanks.
We talked to them for the most part the entire time we were there. That was a lot of fun. Also, I had so many cigarettes.
Yeah, outdoor venue, walking around in hot sun all day.
Yeah.
Before global warming, you know.
Okay, I found myself with 4 packs of Marlboro Smooths when I went to that show, and I left with none of them.
Wow.
So.
Oh, to be young again, right?
Oh, yeah.
I remember that last Warped Tour. I think I saw Citizen and Neck Deep in the same show.
Last?
like back to back. That was dope.
Yeah, unfortunately, I never made it to Warped Tour.
Oh man,
It's a shame because I'm a fan of all the music. I just never made it.
my first Warped Tour was Warped Tour 2006.
Oh yeah.
I mainly went to go see Motion City Soundtrack, which is my favorite band of all time. And then I saw like AFI and like Aiden. I saw Hello Goodbye right before they blew up.
Oh wow.
They had like all these like inflatables, like pool inflatables, and we're like going in the crowd. It's like on the duck and stuff. It's crazy.
That's sick.
It's awesome. Warped Tour was always a great time.
I've heard good things.
It's if it were still a thing, I would have recommended you to go for sure. It was a fantastic experience. It always is for most people, though. I'm sure everyone's told you Warped Tour has been amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you think like is your peak show that you've been to so far?
Probably one of the 8 times I've seen Hot Mulligan.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm a big Hot Mulligan fan. Probably the last time I saw him, which was the one I got sent to the medical center. So it was worth it. It was a good time.
Yeah. Was that the nosebleed one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is that the same one with the video Paps ad of you stage diving?
I don't know. There's been multiple.
Oh, okay.
It could have been that one. It could have been different
I
one.
just remember at one of the Halloween houses you showed me a video.
Yeah.
Sick.
So what do you play besides Melee?
Like games.
Yeah.
A lot. Pretty much everything but Melee right now. I have not been playing a whole lot of Melee recently.
Do you have an Elden Ring fix like I do?
It's on my to-do list to play tomorrow because the DLC got announced.
Hell yeah. I have been waiting 2 years for that announcement.
Yeah,
2 fucking years.
my plan is to finish getting all the achievements before the DLC comes out.
I think you'll be able to.
I think so too.
Yeah. It's definitely worth playing. Definitely worth being a time sink.
I mean, I never actually beat Elden Ring.
Oh yeah.
I got to the final boss, almost beat it, and then that was my last round for the night, and then I just didn't pick it up the next day. So I'm like this close to beating the game, so I need to finish it and then get all the achievements, and then DLC.
Well, and I don't know when the first time was that you played it, but now they have like the Coliseum update and a bunch of other things on there now, rebalancing patches. They also separated out like weapon scaling between online and offline.
Okay.
So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fun to still have in the game.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah, I didn't play any online. I played it when it came out for just like a couple months, and then I haven't touched it since.
As I remember, you used to stream like a hat in time or something like that. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, and I was big into speedrunning a game called Hat in Time. It's a little 3D platformer that came out in 2017.
Yeah. It looks really cool.
It's an awesome game.
was that crowdfunded?
I believe it was, yeah.
Okay. I think I kept track of it for a bit.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Super Mario Odyssey-esque in the movement types. There's like a typical double jump, diving kind of stuff. Get the objective and then move on to the next world.
What do you think was your like best time?
So I feel like
Did you ever do like a complete run?
oh yeah,
Okay.
I had a respectable time at that time when I was running it. I was like, there were like 350 runs on the leaderboard, and I was like 45 or something like that.
Nice.
So
Not bad.
I had a pretty decent time.
Yeah.
As time has gone on and the route has just gotten shorter, I'm like in the top of 150 now. So
That's still not terrible.
yeah,
Yeah, especially with these routes and stuff becoming more efficient as time's going on. You know.
yeah. There was a DLC that came out that just shaved like 8 minutes off just by going into the DLC instead of the other, like the main levels.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, I had a ton of fun playing that. I actually did have a world record in it too.
What?
Yeah, it was a meme category
Oh.
on
Go on.
on the unofficial leaderboards. But there's a mod that gave you a Kirby hat. You just had unlimited jumps, and I just saw it one day. I was like, I bet I could make a run out of this. And then I was the second person to ever do it. And I just did it faster than the first person.
That's what's up.
Instant world record.
Technicality,
Yeah.
baby.
Hell yeah.
It's great to be the best.
I know. Yeah, it felt amazing.
No, next time you play Rodney, you have a 1-up on him.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of our favorite topic, Melee.
Yeah.
So how did you begin playing Melee?
So I began like right as I was getting out of high school. I mean, of course, I played the game as a kid.
Of course.
Of course, yeah. I mean, who didn't?
These new age kids.
Yeah.
I know, right? Doc kids.
But yeah, I started playing. Well, I wanted to play Smash 4 when that was out. I was like, I want to get good at this game. And then I tried to get good at it. I played it a lot. Didn't go to anything for it. And then I remember one night specifically, I was at my friend's house with Miami, Ian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Longtime homie. I just like stopped hanging out with him and watched the doc. And I was like it was like four friends, and then they were all doing their thing, and I was just like on the couch on my phone just watching the doc. I was like, this is sick. And the friend's house we were at, he had a copy of Melee. I was like, I wonder if I can wave that.
Yeah.
So I figured it out, and I was like messed with it for a while, and I did it once. I was like, oh, okay, I'm hooked. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And then Miami and I started playing PM. We found that, and we just instantly got hooked. Started playing PM, and then so the rest of the Zoop troop, we all went to the same high school. We didn't really hang out until after high school, though.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up working at the same Menards with Ian and James, hanging out with them. Found out that they play Melee.
Oh.
And that's when Paps told me that there was a weekly at Xscape. He invited me to go to it with him. And then I think I went to like the second one ever, and then I've been in it since then.
Hell yeah.
I think I remember that one in particular where you guys started showing up too. Chris and I got lucky in that, like, we were talking to Matt and Rodney as Xscape was kicking off. So.
Gotcha.
Wow. I remember going out and smoking Marlboro Smooths with you guys. James in particular.
Yeah.
So who did you like play in PM? Did you have a main or just kind of fucked around?
Kind of played with everybody, but I mainly leaned towards Marth.
Okay.
And that's who I started to play when I got into Melee.
Oh, okay.
And that didn't last very long. Then I picked up Falco, and I was like, I like this character better. He's just more fun.
You saw everybody else at the weekend.
Oh, yeah,
Falco, so you were like, yeah, that was pretty fun.
I had to jump on the spacey train.
Yeah. No, I've low key been playing some Falco too. I took some games off people at Full Bloom. It was very fun.
Nice.
It's just the Port Wayne privilege. You get a Falco power up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's right.
They think that you've been training with Rodney the whole time.
Yeah.
Instant tilt.
No, man. I don't know how to pillar combo or anything. I just play it. I'm like, I have all these good options. I have all these good options that I could do as an ice climber.
If you're Fox or Falco, all you gotta do is full hop back air and you win.
Full hop back.
Yeah, full hop pocket is good.
I love full hop back air. That's why I'm not a spacey main though.
So, what made you want to compete long term?
Well, most of it was the community aspect. I mean, I already had friends that played.
Yeah.
I had played with for a while at that point, and then, I mean, I made more friends while I was there. So I wanted to get better, but at the same time, it was more just going to hang out with all the homies at the venue.
I remember, I'm pretty sure I played you my first weekly I ever went to.
I think,
and we had like a nail biter.
Yeah, I think I clutched it out.
Yeah, you did.
Very barely.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. And I was like, damn, that was fun as fuck.
Yeah. You got hooked. And
yeah. That's why I got hooked. I was like, damn. Competition. And that was like my first kind of like competitive anything. I've never really been like super competitive or like have like a big drive to compete, but I got that little taste on the team. And that's what's up.
Yeah, that was definitely my first like taste of like competitive video games, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I played like shooters and stuff, like I want to win and stuff, but it's not like a competitive thing where I'm fighting for a rank or trying to beat other people face to face.
Yeah.
In a fighting game or something.
It's a different vibe.
Oh yeah.
Actually, on the end of ranked, Have you given Slippy Rank a chance yet?
You've not given
Unranked.
Oh no.
I played the one here at home. We had and I lost really bad. So
It's okay. Most everyone did.
Yeah.
Included. Oh, that was rough. But I think Voorhees lost their set too. I'm thinking about it.
really,
Yep.
And then everyone's like, Gear setup fucking sucks. They're trying to fix it. And then we got like black screen for a while, and they're like, all right, we gotta do something. I remember Bracket was running, and then fucking Voorhees and Rodney were like looking at it.
Yeah.
So who's your Fort Wayne goat?
Fort Wayne goat. It's always been Robbie.
Robbie? Yeah.
Probably has the win.
Yeah, Robbie is like stacking up.
I know. I've seen the past episodes. I'm like, man, I'm gonna say Robbie too.
Yeah. It's like, I love Robbie too. Fuck. Well, shout out Robbie.
Shout out to
Oh yeah.
Once again.
Yeah,
Sickest homie.
Robbie and I would used to play like a Slap City together.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
That was a good game, yeah. Did you ever play the story mode in that?
No.
Eventually, like after like the hype died, they added like a story mode. It's really fun. It's kind of like adventure mode in Melee.
Okay. Nice.
What?
I'll have to. I mean, I still got it. Better
Yeah.
check it out at some point.
Update. Play it sometime. It's fun. Can you play Slap City on a box?
I have no idea. I don't even know if I want to try other games that's not Melee on a box.
Oh yeah. No shit. That messes with your muscle memory a bit.
Yeah.
So we bring this up because you brought here today a homemade box, right?
I did. This is what I've been playing on for the past few months.
Nah.
Made out of cardboard.
Looks like a computer.
A keyboard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a keyboard box or something.
Yeah, so I'm into custom mechanical keyboards, so I had everything that I needed to make this laying around. It's just a box that had keycaps in it. I had switches from other project I was working on, and I bought a microcontroller, and I was like, I want to build this. So I've been playing on it for the past couple months. It's been fun, very different, hard to get used to, but
You've been playing Falco on it?
oh yeah. So the way I think about it is like, all right, you guys play traditional fighter zone like Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Good dab.
I have. Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever tried to play different characters after you learn one character in those kind of games. It's not like Melee where it's like intuitive on how to just, everybody has the same number of moves and you can just
Oh yeah.
kind of move them in the same way. That's how I feel when I'm playing this. When I try to switch characters, I'm like, I don't remember how to do it.
Yeah.
I learned how to do things for one specific character, and I try to do it on another character. I'm like, I can't.
No, actually, on that note, Rusty Chicken, if you've heard of them, been active in the scene for a long time. When they switched to box, they went from having a whole bunch of secondaries to not having any secondaries anymore.
I can believe that.
Yeah, and they've like not been able to, like, they practice, don't get me wrong, but they've not been able to translate anything over since. Feels like controller just makes it a lot more smooth.
Yeah,
Character transition.
to switch between characters, I definitely agree. Just being on controller, it feels more intuitive to just switch your brain over. Where then doing this, you have to think about it a lot harder.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
And when you're playing someone competitively, the last thing you want to do is have to spend more brain power on how you're inputting on top of everything else going on.
Oh yeah, I definitely have to think about specifically up tilts. Up tilts feel impossible on box.
Do you have to use like a modifier? Or something?
Yeah, you have to press this modifier up over here and then A. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Which the layout is as intuitive as it can be. There's some things that you look at and you're like, that doesn't make sense, but there's no way of making it work any way else.
Actually, you know, talking to some of the Samus players that use box on the Samus R&D Discord, they always talk about certain things just not being fathomable on inputting, just because, you know, you don't have the keys to map it to at that point, you know?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I will say, though, I guess there is one benefit to box, right, when it comes to doing things like up tilt. Like, on your regular OEM controller, your dead tilt is going to expand as you use the controller, right? And your up tilts or F tilts, etc., are going to be a lot more inconsistent.
Yeah.
Whereas on this, you obviously won't have to worry about that. But trade-off is you're doing, 3-4 inputs for one thing.
Yeah. Instead of pressing up and A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how are you enjoying your experience on it?
I'm enjoying it. I'm going in with the expectation of I'm gonna be worse on it. Like I don't expect to just switch over and be like, why am I losing? Yeah, because obviously I'm losing because I'm using this. I'm not used to it. But I mean, I've had a few like long sessions. The last time Miami was in town, he and I played for like 4 hours, and I played solely on box, and I felt like by the end of it, I was like, I'm learning. I'm getting better.
Yeah.
Like just the feeling of that, and it's kept me hooked on it. I'm like, it's just a new way to enjoy the game, and I've been enjoying it. Yeah.
Cool. That's cool.
It's rad.
Thank you.
And it's a controller built from the ground up, so that's a lot of pride you can have for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Makes me miss making fobs, man. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I originally was going to get a fob, and I'm not going to go into the whole ordeal about that, but I didn't get one. So I was like, I'm just going to build a box because I've been curious on it. Yeah. And that's how we got here.
I remember you telling me for months that you're waiting on this box.
Yeah.
Months.
Yeah. That never happened.
Never happened.
Never happened.
Still
Crazy
never
thing is, you know, like I've had friends that have gotten their controllers through that site. Like,
Really?
You just legitimately, I don't know what the hell happened. I feel like you got scammed.
Yeah, I've been completely ghosted.
Wow. Now, granted, I will say with the specific unnamed party I got my fob from, that I had to resolder entirely. I also didn't really get good communications from them either. So it seems to just be the norm in the market.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate. But
Yeah.
There's one thing I gotta know. Have you ever played adventure mode on it?
I have not.
Oh my.
I should, though. That sounds fun.
That sounds really fun.
Fun.
I would love to just watch it and like hear it click and I don't know. I think it'd be funny to watch.
Oh, it's ASMR.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it don't sound bad either, you know, it's like hollow.
I'm sure you could find an ASMR like box video. There are those for fobs and like OEMs and stuff. People just doing inputs.
Yeah, I've heard the clicking before, but box, that's interesting. Interesting.
Side note on those ASMR videos, like the one that's like 3 hours that everyone watches, you can tell the guy's a Fox player because you know exactly when he's doing like wing shining and stuff based off the different sounds.
Well, yeah, that's why it sounds so fast, right?
Yeah. Oh man.
So what do you think is your like craziest set ever? Biggest W? Or just something that like
I don't know about biggest W, but one that's sticking out to me right now is at IPFW. I was playing Corbin.
Oh.
Sheik, right?
Yeah, Sheik. And we both died at the same time on game 3. So we went to sudden death, and we're just like, what we do here? So we just played the game again. I didn't win the set early.
Oh wow.
But yeah,
clutch.
I remember that one. We just kind of like looked at each other and looked around and we're like, I don't know what to do with this. Like this doesn't happen. Yeah.
So do you plan on running the box or GameCube controller afterburner?
I'm thinking box, because I played controller for the first time in a few months. Last week, Cubby hit me up to play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then he just chose my character and beat me up. So
That's
a big thing to do.
I was like, okay, wow, thanks. But I switched to controller about halfway through that set, and it was not feeling good.
Yeah.
I felt like I was just stuck in every animation I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm 100% committed and better on this, but as of recently, I've been playing on it more, so I'm gonna try it out.
I know you and I did a few friendlies involving your box. I think it was right after you built it.
Yeah, that was after the hype. I built it. I was like, I want to play. It's people playing.
Yeah.
On the note of improvement, I did notice like you were picking up on certain movement things like pretty quickly, and that was like pretty recent after you building it.
I was honestly really surprised in how fast I was picking some of the stuff up.
Yeah. A lot of the like minor neutral or micro neutral situations, like you were thinking about actively and spacing around it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say I didn't anticipate it because the box is it was such a new box,
Yeah.
you know, but Yeah, you picked up on that stuff like immediately.
So what do you think the future holds for the box? You think
Ban it. No kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean what do you think?
For
What do you think the future of the box holds? You think that Nintendo's going to come shut it down? You think that more players are going to switch over? You think, digital controllers are fair?
I mean, honestly, I don't really care. It's
Hell yeah.
It's just a way of playing the game, and if it helps people that actually have hand pain that want to play the game still, that's a perfectly valid reason to do it. I'm not good enough to say that this is better than a controller in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I feel worse on it. So, I'm not at a high enough level to say, yeah, the box is definitely cheating. I can see there's definitely advantages and disadvantages to it, though, for sure. Like, I think ledge dashing is way easier on this, because you just
Probably more consistent.
you really just hold the modifier and press down and then forward, and then jump, like do a wave dash motion,
Oh, okay.
and then you never fast fall. You don't fast fall too far, like, because you're holding the modifier, so it's like you're just releasing with back or with the C stick or something.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense. I know, like, on Samus's end with ledge aerial interrupt, people recommend box in particular because it makes it tremendously easier.
Really.
Yep. In particular in Battlefield, because you know how you can, like, head bonk yourself? It pretty much allows you to bypass doing that.
That's cool.
So, wow. I could definitely see the drawback being, for example, with box, the having to remap to do certain things. I think that'd be a very big one on that end. I know a lot of people talk about, like, movement and fluidity and movement and, like, that kind of stuff being so beneficial, but I don't know. I feel like having to remap for certain things more than makes up for the pros of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, especially like slight movement stuff. I haven't really gotten the hang of that. Like, the best I can do is turn around, but if I need to, like, do more finite movement, like walk a very small amount, it's like I can't comprehend it fast enough to do it, and then by that time the opportunity is gone. So,
well, I'm sure too, like, having all those inputs and values on the analog stick as opposed to having buttons to control your movement, that can make a big difference in stuff. Hell, I'm sure you probably notice if you ever look at your Slippy VODs, it tracks, like, inputs per minute and stuff. Sure, you might notice, like, switching from controller to box, a dip in your inputs per minute, because obviously you have all those added analog inputs you're doing as you're moving the stick, whereas you won't have them on the box.
yeah.
But the other thing would be you'd also have a lot more digital inputs on box. You typically see a huge rise in that, which normally you would only see in characters like Samus, for example, where you're wave dashing a lot, so you'd obviously have a high digital input count, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
So there's me nerding out.
I'm glad it makes sense to you, I'm just over here like, what does that mean? But anyway, do you have, like, a comfort matchup? Like, do you have a favorite matchup right now, or?
It seems same.
No.
Probably because both of my friends Ian play Sheik. I'm a big fan of Sheik.
Okay, nice.
Over the years, I've gotten better at Sheik. I feel like when I first started out, she was like a problem matchup. I'm like, I'm just getting tech chase. I can't do anything about this. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of think it's fun now. That, and then also Fox. Fox is fun to play against.
The classic.
Yeah, he's fun to combo. So
Vegeta Goku.
Yeah.
that's right.
That's what I always say about it.
Yeah. Shouts out to Animele, by the way, the DBZ mod.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I use
You got any sick skins at home?
for Melee.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, he's talking about, like, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
No, I've been like this close to installing some custom skins, but then I get distracted and I just down.
Yeah.
Alex valid.
Yeah. The best I did was, like, I found the DBZ mod pack. I was like, this is just a pack where I can install everything.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not too bad.
Mhm.
The Goku.
So, yeah, but once it gets to having to, like, modify specific textures and stuff, like, I don't know if I want to go that far.
Yeah. I had to do that for school on a couple of projects because I took some 3D animation classes, and like there's like a fun way to like decorate stuff, and then there's like a really like it looks better but it's way harder way to do it.
Yeah.
I always hated doing that stuff.
Yeah, I could see that. I just want to have fun.
Yeah. That's why we play Melee.
That's right.
So now that you picked up box, what are your current goals with Melee, like overall?
I want to just play more in general.
Yeah.
And also go to more stuff, like more weeklies and more out of region stuff. I've always wanted to go to Big House.
Oh yeah.
I just never have. So
Hey.
maybe this year. I say that every year, but maybe this year.
Have you ever played out of region?
I have. I've gone to Muncie. I forget what the tournament was called. I went with Strom.
Reston Peach.
Yes. Yeah, I was at that.
The first one, probably.
And then I've gone to the 2 full blooms before the one this year.
What nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you looked into WNSS4?
Yes, it's on my radar. I travel.
Need some space.
I travel for work, so I don't know if my schedule allows yet.
Yeah.
But
Well, I will say, if you do, I'm trying to get a card pool for it.
okay,
So the offer is there if need be.
all right.
That's actually going to be my first out of region tournament.
Really?
Yep.
You ever gone anywhere out of region?
Never played out of Fort Wow.
The Samus. It's getting out. It's breaking out of the
Breaking
four-way
out.
cage.
Turns out that a lot of people in Indiana don't know how to play against Samus. They got to capitalize.
Yeah.
Do what I can.
Frost has been retired for a long time.
Oh. So what was your like full bloom experience like? Did you go with the homies? You stay at the hotel? You stay at a frat house? You know, who knows?
Miami.
Lived out?
Lived down there. He was going to school there.
Oh.
So I stayed with him. And then the rest of the Zoop troop came down for the first one we went to, and they were going to also hang out and party with some other friends, but I was there for the tournament.
Yeah.
So I met up with them while we were there, but didn't do anything else with them outside of it. But we were there late at the venue, grinding away.
Yeah.
I think that one I had to kick Axe off my setup because I had to go home. he was doing money matches on my setup, and I was like, "Hey Axe, this is mine. Can I have it back, please?" And he's like, "Oh man." And then I felt bad because I was there. I think you remember Skip?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there.
Falco.
Yeah, I think another Falco. I think he was playing Axe, or he followed Axe to the other side and played him. And I was standing there with my setup, ready to go home. But Miami and I were watching Skip play him, and I'm like, I just kicked this guy off my setup, told him I had to leave. Now I'm just watching him play. I was like, I'm sorry, but I didn't think this was how it was going to go. I was planning on leaving. But yeah, that tournament was fun, going to actually sit in a top 8 and watch everything happen. The year after, top 8 was like super behind schedule. Like, Ultimate top 8 was happening. We went to get food. We came back. Ultimate top 8 was still happening.
Yeah.
And I was already behind schedule, so I left. And it's a 3-hour drive back to Fort Wayne.
Yep.
I got home because I had to work the next day or go to school, whichever year it was. And then I finished watching top 8 in my bedroom, and I was like, this was a much better decision than stay.
I feel
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I just went to the most recent.
I was going to ask you how your full bloom experience go.
I'll take a minute here to give you guys my experience.
All right.
And just to preface this, I noticed you have a vlog that you upload.
Oh yeah, I just upload the full bloom vlog if you want to see some action shots. Not of me, but of the homies.
It's all right.
So I drove Voorhees, Rodney, and Prince Abu, 3-hour drive.
Which one got the poop seat?
There was no poop seat. The poop seat meme was my wife's car. So.
Oh, man.
We took my car, but fucking I was driving on 465, like, you know, asshole belly button.
Yeah.
And like is like busy, and Dylan falls asleep right next to me.
Oh man.
And I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, anyways, we got there. Dave showed up right away. It was nice to see D-Mac. You know, he lives in the area. Me and him stayed with Principal, and we got lots of snacks. Let's see. Friday was the pre-local. I went there, played some games, met some cool people. Shout out Pringles. I met you that night. And also Shade. Yeah, we played some friendlies. They're like, "Are you Gare?" And I was like, "Yeah." I guess the green ice climbers gives it away. I don't know.
Hold on, man.
The local went pretty good for me. I went 2-2, you know. I had to play Prince Abu, who I just drove there.
Oh, man.
So that was a little whack, but it's whatever, you know.
It's the Fort Wayne class.
Yeah.
Get out of the region, you're forced to play Fort Wayne.
Yeah. And, you know, pre-local was good. Me and Dave were drinking a little, chilling. There's this bar that's, like, in the basement of the college. It's like a restaurant. It's called The Vault. It's really cool. Definitely recommend it if anybody wants to go to Full Bloom or whatever it's called next year. I heard they're, like, rebranding.
Really?
And it's not going to be Full Bloom anymore or something like that.
Wow.
But, yeah. Let's see. The next day we had dubs. Me and Dave went 1-2. It was pretty fun. We didn't practice dubs at all. We just went in raw. Ice Climbers Falcon. We were talking, and Principal was like, "Yeah, I've never played an Ice Climbers Falcon team before." And we're like, so we had the mix up on some other teams. And then for bracket, I went 0-2. I had to play Kish Prime, who is like one of the oldest Indiana TOs, like way back in the day.
Yeah. Wow.
And like the Kish, it was like the Kish brothers. There was like 3 of them or whatever.
Okay.
They're really like well-known TOs. So yeah, I had to play this guy that was like, and he was like, "I'm sorry, I don't know how to play against Ice Climbers." So he like camped me like the whole time. So that was great. That was really fun, cool. And then the next person I had to play was Drake That's Me from Bloomington.
Oh, yeah.
And our games, so I played another puff. So this is my 3rd puff of the weekend. Our games were super close, but he ended up clutching it out. I got a pretty crazy upbeat kill though, so that was a good spirits. I was there for fun, you know.
Yeah.
I was going around. I was watching Rodney and Voorhees play teams because they're serious about dubs.
They got top 16, if I remember right.
Yeah.
That's
They
impressive.
did pretty well. It's always good to watch them. And then I like watched all their like Dylan got DQ'd,
Yeah.
but I watched the other guys play singles. He was standing right next to the TO and still managed to get DQ'd.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Man.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking.
standing right next to him. I don't know. I wasn't there.
I guess from what I heard, I guess they didn't. That was the ones that they didn't announce, so he didn't know he was called.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. But, you know, the rest of the time, you know, I spent hanging out, meeting people. I was standing in the lobby, and somebody's like, "Are you Gare?" And I was like, "Yeah." Shout out Sir Albert, you know, we met. We talked about RuneScape for a bit.
Yes.
And then, like, the 3rd day, we kind of just started watching Top 16. And then, like, Abu got out at, like, 13th. And so then we were like, all right, we can go home now. And everybody else watched Top 8 while I was driving home. So, like, I got the play-by-play, yeah.
Nice.
And every time the Wi-Fi went out, everyone was like, ah! It was a good time. I feel like I got to know more of the Fort Wayne scene better. It was a good time.
It's cool.
I would definitely recommend Full Bloom or any Indiana tournament, really.
Like Afterburner?
Yeah, or Afterburner, or I hear there's a new tournament in Marion coming up. What's up with that?
Yeah. Duck Daddy, who is big in our scene, big in Indiana scene, has been hosting a tournament that's kicking off soon. It's going to be I believe it's a weekly, and it's through IWU, in particular their esports team. So
okay.
it is free.
Oh, free tournament?
Free.
And there are physical prizes. It's just due to how this is sponsored, how it's going about, there is no money involved. So
But there is melee involved.
yep, specifically Vanilla Melee.
Oh, okay.
The classic.
Okay, you know, now we're talking. So if we're talking vanilla melee, we're talking about vanilla rules, right? We're talking about wobbling. We're talking about freeze glitch, right?
Okay.
Right?
All right.
You're tweaking, man. You're tweaking.
I'm doing that. But not really. That's literally the week of my daughter being born, so I will not be there, but I advise you to.
You're black. You're not.
You're not gonna play Valiant? What the hell, man?
Oh god, that's one way for me to get murdered. So, I know we were talking about music a little bit earlier. So, where'd this guitar come from?
I don't know, man. It is magic. It's just in my arms. Holy crap. Oh, so this is I got it when I was working at Sweetwater. It's technically going to be an heirloom for my son. We did like a custom relic job over there, or when I was working at Sweetwater, and a bunch of my coworkers signed the back of it. Hopefully you guys will also sign it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we did a lot of cool stuff to it. Obviously dented the crap out of it. You also notice some patches that are bare wood. It's not actually bare wood that's clear coated over and buffed back down, but yeah, it's pretty sick.
Are you going to bring it to Afterburner?
I am going to bring it to Afterburner.
Oh, snap.
I'm also going to be bringing it to hopefully a weekly here soon. It also gets signatures there. And when I'm done, I'm going to clear coat it and it'll be there for life. So
Awesome.
it'll be nice.
I'll be sick.
You guys want to sign it real quick?
Oh, where at? Are you doing like anywhere special? Or?
I just say on the back would be preferable. That should be it. I have no preference whatsoever.
Let's see if this marker works. I'll try.
You got a color preference?
Looks good.
I'll do silver too.
Silver as well?
Nice.
Goes well with the gold. Repping that Pokemon.
Oh yeah, gold and silver, Gen 2, baby.
Nice.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Actually, question real quick. Where'd you get the tag T-masa?
It's kind of a long story, but I'll give you the quick gist. I was at a high school get-together party thing with my good friend Miami, and we were at this guy's house. We were throwing this pot around. We kept calling it the gourd, and we were just like throwing it at each other. And the person that was holding it were like, "That's the gourd masa." I don't know how it came up.
Yeah.
And I was there were other people that were in high school band with me there that played trombone, which is what I played. And then one day at school the next week, someone called me the trombone master.
Oh.
Yeah, so I just shortened it to T.
T-masa.
That's how it came.
I've always wondered, and I've never asked.
Yeah, that's how it came.
Usually we're like, oh, Drake.
I don't care which way you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you played in school band, and then you also had a little band.
Yeah.
In the high school.
Yeah, at the same time, there's some high school friends that got together and we had a little band, just like a cover band. Played some, I can't even remember all the songs we played. Played some Fleetwood Mac stuff.
Oh, nice.
It's the only thing I can think of right now. We played some other ones. I'm drawing a blank right now.
And you played guitar, correct?
I played bass in that band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Bass is a lot of fun to play.
Yeah, bass is fun. No one else wanted to play bass, so I played bass.
Hell yeah.
And it has a nice like percussive element to it. It's such a fun instrument.
I always thought the bass amp sounded better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I can feel that.
yeah, that was what I did in high school.
Nice.
But now I primarily just play the guitar.
Okay. So what kind of music and stuff do you like to play?
I like metal and hardcore music to play because it's just straight riffing. And riffing's really fun.
No bullshit.
Yeah, I used to be like, I want to learn like how to play solos or be like a lead guitarist.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, I just like sick riffs, so I just want to play those all the time. So that's kind of what I vibe with, and also my tried and true favorite kind of music, Midwest emo / pop punk music.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's
I see you brought some.
I was gonna say we're gonna go through some records here, and you'll see one outlier. Everything else is kind of along the same line.
All right, let's check it out.
I brought Turnstile's new record, "Glow On," from I think it's 2022.
been listening to them a lot.
You've been listening to Turnstile?
Yeah.
Like, good band. Very good band live, too.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only record that's just black. Right. You'll see some cool ones coming up. I got Mom Jeans, Sweet Tooth.
Nice. Look at those butts.
Yeah, look at those butts.
The nicest butts you'll probably ever see.
Got some nice blue and yellow colors that's going.
Awesome.
Blue and yellow makes green.
Then we've got another awesome album, Summer City by Origami Angels.
Yeah.
Black and green.
Ooh, that one's really cool.
Yeah. And one of my favorite albums of all time, people I saw last weekend, Neck Deep's Laughs Not Out to Get You.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Probably the one that got me into this kind of music.
Oh, okay.
This is not an original, it's a repressing, but it's cool.
Yeah, that is
It's
awesome.
still really pretty.
And then Hot Mulligans, Why Would I Watch from last year. Amazing album. Saw him play the whole thing live last year.
And that is absolutely gorgeous. Wow.
I really like that one too.
Thank you. These are 5 that I brought with me. I got more. I haven't really been collecting for that long. Mainly just a couple years. I don't really have any oldies and goodies. Yeah. I got goodies, but not oldies.
Yeah.
You check out that record store I cannot talk. The record store right by the venue.
Wooden Nickel.
Yeah.
And I've been to a Wooden Nickel here in town, but not that one. I should, next time I go to the weekly, I should go over there.
Yeah, me and Fish were in there once, and we're looking at records and
Nice.
CDs and stuff, and talking about music.
It's cool.
Yeah. Well, I got some records on my own. This here is an EP. It's got I can't say that, but it's like Dikembe, the hotel year before they changed their name.
Oh, no. Oh, wow.
Modern Baseball, Pentimento, Empire, House Golden State, and then Old Gray. And I'm not sure if you can see it on here that well, but they're all like Halloween themed monsters. And this is my favorite record I have because of just how it looks. It's just
Jack-o'-lantern.
yeah, it's a jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh yeah.
It's a macaroni and cheese orange.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Really bright on there.
So they have like one song from each band on there?
Yeah, it's like a split EP. But I mainly got it because I wanted to collect everything Modern Baseball because I was a big fan when they were out. And honestly, when they stopped playing, that's kind of when I stopped listening to pop punk and stuff for a while, at least a couple of years. Got more into like Lil Peep type shit, you know.
Gotcha, yeah.
But that's why it's always good to like talk with people like you. You know, you've been keeping up with what's like recent and stuff, and that's really cool and good for me to know.
Yeah.
And I've checked out like Hot Mulligan and stuff lately. And
It's a cool.
I like them, yeah. I really like this one too. And this is also like my favorite like release by Modern Baseball. You can't remember. So the lights right on it.
There you go.
There we go. It's like a pink Penixa. This one.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
But yeah, Midwest Mouth, good shit.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what you get living in the Midwest. That's right. We get all the seasons. We get all the seasonal depression.
And it's all turned into music.
I don't know about you guys, but when it hits like summertime, I listen to country music. I'm like driving around with the windows down. I'm like, hell yeah. You're not that Midwest? All right.
My extent of Midwest is year-round having my windows down because I need a cigarette.
Yeah.
And playing Knock Loose very loud. Oh my god.
Wow. Good times.
Good times.
Love music. You got any like favorite venues or anything?
Favorite venues. The venue I've been to the most. Well, I guess I've been to Pierre's the most because it's right down the road.
Yeah.
Which I actually kind of don't like Pierre's because it's laid out terribly.
Yeah.
I got equipment stolen from me back in the day when I played there.
No, for real.
Yeah,
Not surprised.
several $1,000s worth, and the only people who had access to it were people that work there. And
That's shady.
yeah, that's Pierre's.
Yeah. I mean, that whole place, like, it's like laid out. Well, we saw each other there at Young Gravy. Yeah.
Nice.
That's right.
That was after that was like a couple weeks after my son was born.
Yeah.
And like me and my wife were like, well, we may as well go. We have the night off. And then like I saw you and who you with?
Ian was there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I know there's more than one. Yeah.
Yeah, that whole place, like, it's just, you can't go back any. It's just wide and it's narrow.
Yeah.
And people are always walking back and forth, pushing into people.
It's like a hallway.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's Fort Wayne, though.
Yeah.
Good venue for Fort Wayne.
You ever go to New Republic Skate Park back in the day when it was a venue?
Yeah.
Just curious.
I had a favorite band that was supposed to play there and they didn't, so I never actually got to go there.
Oh, okay.
They like canceled like day of, and I was really shitty about it. Yeah.
Well, I was the band I toured in, The Weight of Us. We were always doing like weekend warrior tours, and every weekend we played there at least once. It's a decent venue.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty rad. It's very accommodating, but not in terms of space.
Gotcha.
Lots of crowd killing too. Venue was owned by the 5'9", and so it was one of those where they'd have a sign at the front that said, "You will get hit. You're voluntarily signing up to get hit if you walk in and pay."
Yeah.
And yeah, pretty much everyone who wasn't a normal person usually got their shit wrecked when they went. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad it didn't go.
Yeah, it's the best.
Oh man, I know the Jungle Georges. That's right by our old weekly.
Yes, I saw.
That used to be a venue. Yeah, called Broad Ripple.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many bands there, like Motionless in White. They were playing to like 20 people.
Did you ever see
I've seen like every local band that used to play there.
In Silent Ruin?
That sounds really familiar.
The band I was in, The Weight of Us, we had several people from that band. I was curious. When you mentioned Motionless in White, they played with Motionless in
I
White.
was going to say, that sounds really familiar.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember this other local band's name.
The Day Is Ours?
Yes, they were sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to high school with those fellas.
Yeah, that's cool. I remember I had a friend that was also in, I used to talk to a lot of people in the scene and stuff, and
Yeah.
so I knew somebody that was like friends with them. Yeah, I always was a big fan of them too.
Yeah.
And actually, Dakota, who was one of the guys who ran Xscape, he had like the orange hair.
Yeah.
He was the guitarist of Today's Hours.
I knew.
Yep.
There was another guy that was like always there. That was always at shows too. So.
Yeah. Fuck. I went to high school with all these dudes.
I don't know how to describe.
Was he kind of on the bigger side?
Yeah.
Val. I don't know if he worked there, but he worked at the Arby's right next door.
Yeah.
He'll come over all the time. He was also not directly a part of the Day's Hours, but was like in the front group.
Yeah. I've seen him at like every show.
Yeah, that's Val. He's that's his whole vibe. He's going to every show he can. Always has.
That was like 2011, 2012, 2013, something like that. I don't know. Well, maybe it's before that.
You guys ever check out a Sunset Hall back when that was a thing?
Yeah, I seen Icy Stars play there like a million times.
Man. When Sleeping with Sirens came, that was actually the first show I ever went to. Was there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I haven't really started going to shows until like the past 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
So all these old venues, I'm like, I don't really know.
Yeah, all of our old scene used to die out really quick on the venue. It was kind of sucked. But now they got really nice places like the Clyde.
Clyde is very
The
nice.
Clyde is amazing. Then we see, didn't you go to Sum 41?
Yeah.
I saw you
Yep.
there, yeah.
I ran into Strom in the pit. And
Yeah, and Ducky was there.
Oh,
Yeah. It was a good
Yeah,
time.
that was a good
All
show.
Four-way man was there.
How did you guys like seeing Sum 41?
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I took my wife for like her birthday. It was like right around there. So that was like her birthday present and she had a great time.
Yeah, that was a very fun show.
Are they as amazing lives as I would have thought they'd be?
Yeah. It was good.
I was never like a super big fan of them, but I think they put on a good show.
That's more how I was. I don't really listen to them all that much, but I was like, Sum 41's coming to Fort Wayne.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They were like my middle school addiction when it came to,
Yeah.
Nice.
I guess, punk.
Mine was Fall Out Boy.
That's a vibe, though.
Yeah. I always like Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance, and all that shit.
Oh, I got a good question for you. I'm going to ask both of you guys this. What was the first album you've ever bought in your entire fucking life?
I have it.
I think the first one I bought, because I never really bought albums, was I bought The Stage by Ben Sobel when it came out on CD.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure so.
You still have this? That's the only one I can remember. Because I didn't start collecting records until after that.
Oh, okay. Is that the start of the collection then?
Yeah, it's not really in the collection. It's kind of like it tucked away in a box of other stuff. But yeah.
It's your family heirloom.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's sick. Wow. And real quick, while you're looking for that, mine was it Meteor by Linkin Park?
Nice.
That was the very first album I got. I think I was in elementary when I got that too. Was it like birthday money or something?
Guns.
I still jam that album to this day.
I'm not gonna waste too much time finding it, but it was Chiodo's first album, All's Well That Ends Well.
Nah.
And then I also bought 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge by My Chemical Romance and Motion City soundtrack Commitments to Memory. I bought all those 3.
At the same time.
Yeah, well, like one of the first times I went to the mall alone. And records. It was like 2005, 2006, something like that.
On CD.
It was there used to be this place where you could like scan CDs and like listen to part of each and every song. Man, what was that called?
I'm not sure.
It was in the mall.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't.
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
Was it FYE? No. Was it? I don't know.
That does sound super familiar now that you mention it.
Yeah, it's something like they like came back but are completely different now.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I would say FYE is still there, but
yeah, no, it's not that. Yeah, I
Wait, you're talking about that record store that used to be there? Or
no, not that record store. I know which one you're talking about.
yeah.
This was like in 2005, so it's really hard to be completely sure. But yeah, I love those 3 albums. I had my little like CD player, and I have it on the bus. I only had like one earbud that worked.
That was nostalgia right there.
I used to take it to like the park and swing and stuff.
Nice.
Good times.
good time.
Emo as fuck.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, when you get in the car and you show your mom the Chiodos album, she's like, "What the fuck's happening to my child?"
Oh man.
Man.
I can't remember if I bought anything before that. That's the only one I can remember buying.
What was the first one you ever got? Ever, like, any album you've gotten as a gift, etc.? If that.
I didn't really like buy physical stuff until recently.
Wow.
I just streamed it, like listened to it on YouTube.
For me, it was always like the best quality I was gonna get would be if I went and bought it, and then I'd always like support artists, you know, made up. And a lot of like my collection that I have, it's just like stuff that I bought at shows, stuff like that.
And that's the best way to buy it too, because you can guarantee the band's actually getting a percentage of that sale.
Yep. Always buying merch and stuff.
I buy too much. I was gonna buy Drain's record. I watched the guy buy the last one in front of me. So I walked up and I was like, "Did you just sell the last vinyl?" And he's like, "Yeah." And that guy got it. I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "We got shirts though." And I was like, "I'm good." And then, like 2 minutes later, I came back. I was like, "I changed my mind. Give me the white one."
That's about it.
That's awesome. I think the last show. Well, okay. I guess the last show I went to was the Taylor Swift Eras tour, but like
Nice.
I waited in like a 2-hour line for merch. I bought some hoodies for my wife and her sister and me. That was crazy. But the show before that, it was my favorite band, my current favorite band. They're called Yumi Zuma. They're from New Zealand. I've been a fan of them since 2015, and they were finally gonna come here in 2020, and then COVID happened.
Yeah.
So they finally got to come to America in like 2022, and it was right around my birthday, and I got to meet them. It was really cool. I didn't do like a meet and greet or anything, but there's like the venue, it was in Indy. I think it's called the Vogue, and there's like tables and stuff, but you have to like purchase them. So like they're like completely empty, and then there's like the pit and the stage.
Yeah.
So I was like sitting at one of the tables because I bought it because it's my birthday, you know. And then like the band came in after they were done playing and just like fucking sat right next to us.
Oh, nice.
And talked to us for a while. It was really cool.
That's cool.
Probably my most recent band memory that I'm like happiest about.
That's the one you said Turnover was there, right?
Yeah, Turnover.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were the headliner, but I didn't really go to see
Yeah, you
them.
got to see that.
We left before Turnover was over.
That's a
I- But I do love Turnover. But I do think that their first EP is still the best thing they've ever put out.
Honestly, I've been vibing with the for what the album's called, but when they got a lot more shoegazy onward.
Yeah.
I still vibe with that, but I do love their old stuff.
Yeah.
That's like,
I don't think they put out a bad album, honestly. I love all their stuff, but their first EP is like the best pop punk EP I've ever heard.
Yeah.
yeah. I forget what the name of that first album was that they came out with. Has like,
Magnolia.
yeah, has like
It's more like soft garage, yeah.
yeah.
I have all of like their EPs and stuff from their early releases too. That was my thing back in the day. I used to like try to collect everything they were putting out while they were like current.
Yeah.
Like everything I own is pretty like new. I don't have any like Coke Floyd or any records like that. Or I don't know. I like people.
Yeah.
Wasn't my era, so I wasn't.
That's kind of how I am with like rock in general. It's like, I don't know. I started out with like Linkin Park and then immediately went into prog metal. I have never moved, so. Sure, you guys have had those friends in like high school and whatnot who were like, X Pink Floyd album is the absolute best or whatever, you know. I just never was able to relate with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really listened to that kind of stuff either. I've seen the cover band from Fort Wayne,
Yeah,
Pink Floyd. I've seen them like 6 times. My dad and my uncles go every time they're playing, and I just go with them.
Yeah, I have friends that also go to that like almost every time.
They put on a really good show.
I've never been. I should. I like Pink Floyd. I'm just not like, super into it.
Yeah.
Back when I was younger, we would call it dad rock because that's what our dads listened to.
Yeah.
But now the term dad rock is like
Well, you're
divorce dad rock,
Yeah.
like fucking like Breaking Benjamin or whatever.
Yeah.
Like Nickelback.
Yeah.
To me, I always called that butt rock because like it's just like radio rock, you know. And like my Bull from a Valentine and all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
But you can listen to that stuff now. You are a dad.
yeah, I am a dad. Now I can listen to Pink Floyd and feel no shame.
Yeah, right.
Hey, that's what, like, listen to Linkin Park again. I'm like, I got nothing to hold back on now.
Yeah, my dad used to like show me like his CD collection, and I would go through it, and then like when I got older, I would show him stuff, and like we would listen to it while we would work out and stuff. And like my dad ended up really liking bands like 303 and like the newer Fall Out Boy albums and shit. I'm like, man, you do got terrible taste just like me.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
Oh man. See, I feel like we could just sit and talk about music forever. Maybe
Yeah.
we should just make a music podcast.
Wow, what a great idea.
We just play Melee in the background sometimes.
That's right.
But the soundtrack on Melee though is pretty fire.
It's pretty fire.
Yep. Brainstar Depths. So nice.
Coming from the Samus player.
Of course.
Believe it or not, though, I'm not a Samus tryhard. I didn't start with Super Metroid. My introduction was actually Prime 2.
Oh, wow. Is that for the game too?
Yep. I actually played Prime 2, and then Metroid Fusion, then Zero Mission, and then I finally went back and did Prime 1 and titles before that then. Super Metroid was the last one.
I think Prime was the first one I had, and then I think I got Prime 2 later, and then we had iPad in school, in high school.
What?
Yeah. So I got Game Boy emulators on my iPad, and I just played, what was it, Fusion and Zero Mission on Game Boy? Yeah, I just played those in like my English class.
Oh, dude, and Zero Mission is so good. Like, it's one of the easiest games to get yourself set up for speedrunning. Yeah, it's just so fun, and it has so much replayability. It's one of those platformers where you can break it and essentially go whatever route you want to with it. So, Super Metroid is the same way. It has just the right amount of jank where you can just fucking break the game. In particular, lots of sequence breaking.
And that's my favorite stuff about games. I'm an avid speed run watcher, and I keep up on speed runs and stuff. So that's mine.
Do you have
stuff too?
Do you have a speedrunning goat?
Speedrunning goat?
Speedrunning favorite?
I got a
Who
favorite.
do you watch? I don't really know any of them except for.
I guess I'll call him my goat because I've been subscribed to him for 5 years. Poke Squidward, Majora's Mask. He does a Majora's Mask.
Okay, Majora's Mask.
Yeah. I renewed my sub like 2 weeks ago, and he goes, "Yo, T-masa, thanks for the 5 years." I was like, "Oh my god, I've been sub for 5 years." Like I don't say anything in chat. I just like renew my sub and like watch, and I'm like, wow,
That's wild.
yeah. But my favorite speedrun of all time is Donkey Kong 64 no levels early.
What?
That is the most perfect amount of broken in a video game where they play it in the correct order. And it's just so fun to watch.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I like watching like world records and stuff, but I don't usually like get too into like the lore. I try to do it.
Yeah, they just did that run again this year at GDQ a few months ago. So I would check that one out. It's the most current like commentated run that tells you what's going on.
I like to watch this one guy, and he does the first Halo game, Combat Evolved, and I think his name's like something Goblin, but it's always really interesting and how he like shades off time, different. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you guys been keeping up with Armada getting into Super Mario 64 speedrunning?
Well,
To an extent, yeah. He's like up there, like top 10-ish, something like that. Right?
he's like still grinding.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Then the thing with like Super Mario 64 and like Mario Kart 64 and stuff is those have been rife with people just like cheating, you know?
Oh yeah.
In particular, Super Mario 64, like it's kind of screwed up speedruns quite a few times.
Speaking of Armada, Bob, who's the goat?
Mango.
Mango's making
Mango's
the
my goat.
comeback. This is 2 in a row for Mango. But he wasn't on the board at all, you know. Now it.
Please. I mean, is Falco's just the best? Like,
I'll give
fun
him
to
that,
watch.
yeah.
Like, you never know what's gonna happen. He might lose at full bloom. Which was unfortunate. I was watching at home, rooting him on, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the top players like J-Mook Zane. Yeah, J-Mook and Zane.
That's about it.
I enjoy watching them, but I mean, can't rule out Mango.
Yeah. That's true. I was watching him in Pool's place, or not Pool's, but like Bracket play Samaris like off screen.
I saw that in the vlog.
Yeah, and then he went Mars like game 2.
Did you really?
Yeah, on FD, and he fucking cooked him. He like 3-stocked him.
Really?
Yeah, and then then on the big stage when it was on losers and when it mattered, he went Dr. Mario. I was like, what the fuck?
That's Mango.
Yeah, that's the Mango.
Hey, that's a you can set that as like a preset message on Slippy now.
That's the mango.
Yeah.
That's funny.
My Falco is about to be popping off then.
Hell yeah.
I've always said that Bingo has the best box too, but I don't know. Cody Schwab's making it look impossible now.
Yeah, that's true.
It makes it look impossible. Just every matchup broken. Yeah, Zane is shaking in his boots, bro. It's crazy.
You guys see they posted another update in terms of Slippy unranked files.
I saw you post it, but I didn't look at it.
Yeah, so it's a conglomerate of every single match played over the last year on Slippy. And obviously there's certain things factored in terms of like how long the game's been going on, if someone quit out, etc. But yeah, it's interesting how things don't actually line up with the matchup charts in the way that we know of. In particular, Peach pretty much wins in every matchup but Zelda. It's fucking wacky, but yeah.
That's insane.
But yeah, so the top three are still just like last time. I remember telling you about this a while ago. Samus and Ices are tied, and Peach is the best, but those three are the top.
Wow.
Yep.
I believe it.
And actually, on the end of low tiers, Zelda has like a track record of being like most high tiers, top tiers. She has
Those
this
are
one-
crazy, bro.
yeah.
My Zelda's 6. So, I don't doubt it.
But people have been arguing now, for example, with like Fox Marth, instead of being like a 60-40, like a lot of people say, it's displayed as a 51-49 in Fox's favor on that. So,
Ooh.
yeah.
It's all those Cody Schwab and Zane fucking games.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's just so interesting. You ever get sucked into frame data like I do?
No.
I like more of like the stats, like people that have played like, oh, these guys are 1-1,
Yeah.
you know, or like, oh, this guy's ranked to this. I like those numbers. I don't really like look into like the game numbers. I'm not like, I couldn't tell you what frame anything comes out, nothing like that. That's what I got wrecked for.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the stats like that too. Like, when you're watching top 8 and like, these people have played, like, I think it was Moki and Anza, and it was like, it's 15-0 and Moki's favorite. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's just wild. I heard that Moki's roommate is like a top Yoshi, so
Makes this so he gets to practice.
yeah.
I've been watching Moki's YouTube videos.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're pretty good. Well, he did.
What do you like about him?
He's just funny. He's a relatable dude just in his living room playing games, being funny.
Oh, yeah.
That's the kind of stuff I like to watch.
Yeah, hey. Or in a basement, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Or in the homie house.
You guys ever get into Bobby Big Bulls?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love his rap songs. I listen to him all the time. Mango can't beat Army. Mango can't beat Army. So true.
Is that one iconic pop-off from Bobby where he's talking about Samus? You know which one I'm talking about?
No.
No?
What is it?
Okay, the gist is someone in chat was talking about using Samus, and he just pops off about how fucking useless Samus is and why would anyone pick that fucking character. But it's like him literally screaming at the camera and like punching his keyboard. It's like a full rage thing. It's great.
That's funny. He's such a good streamer. Clit monster. So cool. It's so easy to do cool things when you play Falco, right? Oh, man. So what would you say is your favorite, like, LAN tournament you ever been to?
Probably either of the full blooms I've been at. Those are fun. Another really good one that I was at was what was it, the Super Smash Throwdown at IPFW?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's that one. And Robbie and I were in grand finals of the amateur bracket.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a good tournament.
I do remember actually the Throwdown. I think that's the one that me and Lil Ray played Smash 4 doubles in and did really well. Different time.
Actually, on the end of Smash 4, who did you end up using in Smash 4? It's been a long time.
This was so long ago. I think I wanted to play Kirby.
Oh, hell yeah. Respect.
I was, you guys know J-Tails, YouTuber, that Smash 4 YouTuber? And then I was like, I watched his videos all the time, watch his character guides. I think it was between Diddy Kong and Kirby. Like both those characters.
How about you, Gare?
I played Corrin, but originally I think I played Bowser and somebody else. Bowser and Pikachu. So I played Bowser, Pikachu, then Corrin when she came out.
I was gonna say Corrin was a DLC character.
Yeah. It was before I knew that the game was going to die because of Bayonetta, because Corrin and Bayonetta came out at the same time. And I was like, oh, Corrin's fine.
Yeah, Bayonetta just made the game look not fun to play.
Yeah, I remember being at EVO when that controversial grand finals happened where there was just two of them stalling.
Yeah,
whatever.
On the road.
Yeah. RIP Smash 4. Thanks for the memories. Thanks for the fundies, you know.
Nothing quite like a run-up shield meta.
Yeah.
Ultimate, though, that game is a lot of fun.
It's fun to play with friends, but I don't like it competitively.
Yeah.
There's too many characters and tricks. Like, in Melee, you can, like, kind of keep on top of, like, what's relevant. That's why it's good. And, you know, like, your skill is going to be the same and build up, you know, where, like, at least at the beginning of Ultimate, there's patches, character changes, new characters. I was like, I don't want to deal with any of that.
Yeah.
I remember in particular in the early days picking up certain characters and all of a sudden, like, one patch later, they're nerfed so bad. I think Inkling was the biggest one, where it went from top tier to, like, one of the 5 worst characters in the game.
The Armada Inkling.
But, yeah. Me personally, I like Incineroar a lot in that game, though. He feels a lot of fun.
I like playing K. Rool in Ultimate.
Hell yeah.
I think Kirby is still just my go-to no matter what. And
Yeah, I hit that down B.
Yeah. In any, like, new game, I'm like, all right, well, Kirby, you know. I'll survive at least a little bit.
Kirby feels so good in every game.
Yeah.
I can't lie. Like, even in low tiers, I love Kirby in Melee.
Yeah, you play Kirby here in the low tier brackets.
Yeah.
You got quite a roster for low tier bracket, don't you?
Oh yeah, my Game & Watch.
Yeah, that Game & Watch fucking destroys.
Yeah, it does. It's sick.
And Ray and I were in grand finals of the last one I was at.
Yeah.
Yeah, he I got tilted towards the end of that one. I was in winners and I think he 6-0'd me in grands. I was like, oh shit.
After he begged for his character to be in the end.
So technically I should have won.
Yeah, right. You won.
DK was banned in that tournament.
And he's like, I'm playing DK anyways.
It was fun.
DQ.
But you can't tell Lil Ray nothing.
No. He does what he wants.
Yep. All those ends getting to him.
Yeah. Let's get to his head.
Fella needs those in pouches.
He's hooked up to an IV and Zen.
So, on the end of the scene, I'm sure you've seen a lot of changes kind of happen over the last, like, year, 2 years. With the direction you've seen so far, what do you want to have come out of the scene going forward?
More bigger events for people to come to. Like more Afterburner-ish. Well, I mean, we haven't had Afterburner, but it's going to be good. I know it's going to be good. So, I don't know.
Friday weeklies.
Yeah, that's. I'm on both ends of having Friday weeklies. I like Fridays so we can have weeklies, but also I like Fridays so I can do other stuff too.
Yeah.
Thursday's kind of a weird day. I want to go, but at the same time, like after work, I'm just like,
I know. I'm like so exhausted by the time Thursday comes around. Honestly, I'm like. But you know, it's good practice to play when you're not at your peak as well.
True.
Sometimes I've gone like absolutely at ends me of energy, you know, and then I go and I do okay. And
Yeah.
like, all right,
Hell yeah.
you know, if I ever have to play when I'm really tired, I'll have practice. You know?
Adventure. And who knows? Maybe next time someone will hand you a fob and you'll be rusty again.
Yeah, no, Rusty's gone. Rusty is scared. He ran to the hills.
All the way to the other end of the state.
Unbelievable.
He's like, I can't be known as the Peach that loses to ice climbers. So that's crazy.
Unheard of.
I thought Peach was the best on net play. What the hell?
Come on, Rusty. What the hell?
That's Rusty on the grind trying to make up for it. You got any shout outs you want to
Yeah.
you want to shout yourself out? You want to shout out the next homie house?
Yeah, shout outs to the next homie house that's been announced.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm gonna get right on that. By the time this episode is out, it should be out, and you should totally sign up. And it will definitely totally cap. So
Definitely.
pre-reg or else.
It will cap, like, immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people asking me, like, is it actually happening? Well, I guess we'll find that out.
I mean, I saw the note with the writing part, so I told my girlfriend, I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to a tournament this day.
Oh, yeah, I'm busy this day. Mark out my calendar. You know, we got people driving from states away, you know.
That's crazy.
It's going to be one for the books. It'll probably be my last involvement in the scene for a while, though.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah, but we got some homie house episodes coming still, so stay tuned, everybody. You know.
All right, I can't wait. But shout outs, shout outs to the Zoop troop.
Oh yeah,
We got Zoop's not even here anymore, but shout outs to Zoop. We're living in Chicago. Yeah. Zoop, Ian, James, Babs, and then of course Miami out in New York.
Always in New York.
Yeah, he's been living in New York City for the past 2 years.
Oh wow. I think I played him at the last weekly right here. Yeah.
Nice.
I remember he started platform camping me with Sheik, and I was just like, oh my god, dude, I have so many other things to do. And like he was like GG or something, and I was like, not really.
Man.
Oh, no.
I won. That's what. But yeah, no, he's always really nice to me. Yeah, I remember him coming to the old homie houses. And he's a cool dude.
He's a good dude.
Despite the platform.
You will be forgiven this one time.
Yeah, you'll get the homie pass. It was bracket, so I don't blame.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, what about you, Rex? You got any shout outs?
Of course, we have Afterburner coming up March 9th, with some potential announcements coming up soon that might make it even more worthwhile to go to.
Ooh.
$500 bonus spot. I think total right now, there's 319 people registered overall, including Ultimate and Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter.
Obviously implying Melee. I think Melee's in the 60s now, if I remember right, in terms of players. So, yeah, hopefully that'll keep growing. And then, obviously, keep your eyes out for an upcoming raffle that will be happening. I believe this will be the last one we're doing for Afterburner, involving free entry for the winner. So, check out Odyssey Smash IN on Twitter, and you should be able to find the raffle there. So... past that, then obviously we have the IWU weeklies kicking off, hosted by Dunk Daddy.
April.
Okay. Yeah. That's in the works right now. I know we mentioned that earlier, so I won't delve into that anymore. And then obviously WNSS4 coming up out of Indy.
We need some space.
Yes. That's going to be a big one. I believe they have an $1,000 bonus spot, if I remember right.
And the best part, no ultimate.
But on that end, if I remember right, they already had, I think, 25 or 30 people registered within the first day of it going live. But on that end,
They've got Salt and Aklo and Sir Maris and Grab.
Yeah, and
Already.
they are in early bird registration right now. So the Melee side of registration is only $20. I believe they're doing a creep kind of payment thing, as this is going to be going on leading up to the date of the tournament. So register when you can to save some money.
Yeah, if you're in Indiana, you may as well just sign up already because you know you're gonna go.
Yeah, very.
You know you're gonna go. Smooth.
But I think that's all I got.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to shout out besides, the Patreon, YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who you want to see on the pod, You can watch all my TikTok cleaning videos if you want. I ain't pressuring you or nothing. But
I've been watching.
Oh, yeah.
And don't forget to check the YouTube channel in particular for uploads like the vlog.
Oh, yeah. A vlog or some extra content, coming soon.
Yeah.
Get some more support on the Patreon. I'll start making some other series. I've been thinking about playing some other games too, so...
They call it RuneScape?
No. I'm over my RuneScape life, but I've been thinking about, grinding Pokemon again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my son is starting to like Pokemon now, so I think it's time to get back into it.
That's it. That'd be cool.
But everybody, thank you all for watching.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, thank you, T-masa, for being on the pod.
Thank you for having me.
Being a homie. Always coming to homie house,
I'll be there.
Catch this box Falco, in bracket at Afterburner,
Also catch me in Street Fighter.
Oh, yeah, and Street Fighter.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah, everybody, have a good one.
Peace out.